In this session, we are going to learn about attention. Actually, attention is a focus of consciousness on a particular object or idea at a particular time. And it can be defined as a process which compels the individual to select a particular stimulus according to his interest and attitude out of multiple stimuli of the environment. So if you know about the characteristics, actually attention is a selective mental activity and it constantly shifts from one object to another or from one aspect to another. And it is a focus of consciousness on one particular object. And also it is a state of preparedness or alertness. And attention requires some motor and sensory adjustment on the part of person being attentive. So if we take a types or varieties of attention, we have voluntary and involuntary. Voluntary attention requires conscious effort on the part of the person. For example, solving a problem, answering the questions in examination room, and so on. And it is further divided into implicit and explicit attention. So implicit attention means a single act of will that is responsible for arousing attention. For example, if the homework is given by a teacher, the fear of punishment arouses the attention in the student to complete the given task. And explicit is obtained by repeated acts of will. That is, one has to struggle hard for keeping oneself attentive, and it requires a strong willpower and motivation to keep the attention focused. Example: preparing for the exam, reduction of weight, and actually recovering from the deformity, and so on. And if we take involuntary attention, it is a type of attention that is aroused without our conscious effort. That is, bright lights are used to distract us, loud noise, strong odors, and even pain, deformity, and so on. This type of attention can be aroused by instinct called enforced non-violation attention. That is, attention given due to preformed sentiments to people or objects or things. uh, we have the factors affecting our attention, right? Those are divided into external factors and internal factors. What are the external factors? That is environmental factors, we can say in other words. The first one is nature of the stimuli. Mm, any shape, color, beauty, or attract us or distract us from our attention. That, for example, pictures are more likely to attract our attention than that of the text. And intensity of the stimuli, the strength of the stimuli determines the attention it receives, right? So the loudness of the sound, the brightness of the color easily distract our attention. And the size of the stimulus plays an important role. Actually, the general rule is that the bigger the stimuli, the more attention it attracts. And we have contrast of the stimuli, that is, change in contrast usually attract more of the attention. Novelty or newness attracts the attention. And location of the stimulus, the area where the stimulus is located also plays a very important role in attracting the attention. That's why the advertisements are really placed in a very good location, and in our advertisement on the upper half or on the front page attracts more attention than being located. Then there's external factors or repetition, like the repeated stimuli attracts our attention. The people working in the factory with loud noise become adjusted to that environment easily. And motion of the object, again the general rule is the moving stimulus attracts more attention than that of the stagnant one. That's why we are always attracted to a moving bright color bulbs or moving objects or animated objects on the advertisement board. So, and the definite form of the object, the sharply defined object attracts more attention than a vaguely defined object. And isolation of the stimulus, that is, isolation is an important determinant of the attention. That is, the black dot in the middle of the white page attracts more attention than a dot in a written page. And if we take internal factors, the interest plays a very important role in determining it, and it is a very helpful factor in securing attention. That is, people tend to pay more attention to the items and ideas which they are more interested. and our motives, the basic drives, the basic urges of the individual are more important in securing the attention. Hunger, thirst, curiosity, sex, and so on. And our mental setup. Actually, the person always attends to the one subject which the mind has set. So during the exam, any talk about it attracts the attention. And also the past experience, past learning facilitate our attention. That is, if you find the certain thing that has been beneficial in the past, we give more attention to it in the present. Our emotion plays a very important role in determining our attention. That is, it puts a certain stimuli inside our individual. And habit is also an important determinant of attention, right? So actually the person develops the habit of attending to important things, and also a habit of not attending to the unimportant things. Aims plays an important role in our attention. And also we have a certain thing called duration of attention, like a span of attention. That is the maximum amount of attention that can be attended in a period of time is called as span of attention. This span of attention is can be visual attention or can be auditory attention. And the visual attention is very less time of exposure, and auditory attention, for example, an adult can perceive 8 sounds given rapidly in succession. But when the sounds are given in a rhythm, the much larger number of sounds can be perceived. Duration of attention refers to how long one can attend to an object without a break. Okay, this we can also say is sustained attention, which is otherwise called as concentration. To sustain the attention, we need to concentrate when the activity continuously upon one subject. That is, the individual attention always remain on a track and activity proceeds without any serious distractions. This is actually called as concentration. That's all about the attention, the characteristics of attention, and the external and internal factors affecting the attention. And it is very important to understand what attention is, because it is actually a higher order mental function. So it is very cardinal for assessing the mentally ill patients. And also the alteration in attention span, this ability can lead to diagnosis of various psychopathologies also. So by correctly assessing the patient attention, the physiotherapist can correctly give what type of exercise he need, and in what duration, what repetition, and what type of therapies he should come for, and everything. So it is very important for a physiotherapist to understand the particular topic in the psychology, that is attention. Thank you.